Hello everyone and welcome to another session of Lums Live. बहुत interesting आज हमारा topic है. Typically universities सिर्फ बात करती हैं पढ़ाने लिखाने की, but we have a very interesting topic today, which is responding to distress, the COVID-19 campaign that Lums has started. Before I tell you who the participants are, if you want and you're watching us live or even afterwards, log on to lums.edu.pk/lums-covid-19-campaign and check out कि लम्स ने क्या ये जबरदस्त initiative लिया. But very quickly, let me tell you who we have today. We have, of course, Dr. Arshad Ahmed, the Vice Chancellor, always there, leading from the front. We have some younger bunch as well. We have Huzaifa Ahmed. Huzaifa is the co-founder and director marketing and fundraising Rizq. उस पे भी हुज़ैफा से पूछेंगे कि रिस्क क्या काम करते हैं, but predominantly, they work towards बहुत इनका इंटरेस्टिंग काम ये है because I work with them slightly कि जहाँ पे वेस्टेज होती है फूड की बहुत ज्यादा, ये इकट्ठा करके so they give out meals and to date they've given out 4 million meals. And if you're like my mom who doesn't know how much a million is, that's 40 lakh meals. So welcome Huzaifa. We have another young friend, Sarim Raza, who's the president, Lums Entrepreneurial Society and co-founder of Riayat. सारिम से पूछेंगे कि रियायत जो है ये क्या करता है, and to my knowledge they've reached out to 4,000 people and we'll ask Sarim in a bit what is it that they do. We have Saman Ghazi Khan. She's an entrepreneur and social worker, and she's also a living example of how you can stop your formal education, take a gap and then come back to it. So we'll ask her how she did that and what she does. And last but not least, we have Dr. Faisal Bari, who's the associate professor, Department of Economics, Mushtaq Ahmed Gurmani School of Humanities and Social Sciences. He's also the Associate Professor, Education, School of Education, Lums. So all of you, a very warm welcome. With the permission of the VC, if I can start off with the younger lot today. Huzaifa, very quickly, what is risk? और आप लोग क्या करते हैं? Very quickly.
Assalamu alaikum Adil bhai, and assalamu alaikum everyone who is watching right now, and thank you for having me and my organization to represent. Adil bhai, Lums Rizq is a platform that is channelizing food-based philanthropy. और हमारा मकसद ये है कि पाकिस्तान के अंदर इतना ज़्यादा खाना ज़ाया होता है, 40% खाना ज़ाया होता है, जबकि दूसरी तरफ इतनी बड़ी पॉपुलेशन है जो कि फूड इनसिक्योर है, और हम वो गैप ब्रिज करना चाहते हैं. सो वी हैव क्रिएटेड अ प्लेटफॉर्म जहाँ पे फ्रेश फूड हो, फिलैंथ्रपी हो, क्या एक्सेस फूड हो जो कि ज़ाया हो रहा है, हम उसको थ्रू अ नेटवर्क ऑफ ग्रास रूट NGOs वी हैव डेवलप अ टेक्नोलॉजी प्लेटफॉर्म जिसके थ्रू हम लोगों को चैनलाइज कर रहे हैं. एंड गिवन जो अभी कोविड की सिचुएशन है, वी हैव लॉन्च्ड अ कैंपेन विद द नेम ऑफ एहसास करो, जिसका मकसद है कि पहले फेज के अंदर एक तो लोगों को मोबिलाइज किया जाए टू काम डाउन द सिचुएशन, यूथ को मोबिलाइज किया जाए, बिकॉज एट द एंड ऑफ द डे वी आर अ यूथ पावर्ड, पीपल पावर्ड मूवमेंट. सो वी हैव टू मोबिलाइज यूथ इन लार्ज नंबर्स टू एक्चुअली सॉल्व दिस प्रॉब्लम. और दूसरी तरफ हमारा पहला फेज है टू 10,000 पीपल, द सेकंड फेज इज 1 लाख खानदान, एंड द थर्ड फेज इज टू रीच नेशनली 10 लाख खानदानों को घरों में राशन पहुंचाना है हमने, टू फाइट द हंगर क्राइसिस दैट इज टू बी ग्रोन बाय दिस प्रॉब्लम ऑफ कोविड.
Excellent. And one of those things that humanity has been trying to fight since the beginning, how we can make sure that nobody sleeps on an empty stomach. Sarim, what is Riayat? What do you guys do very briefly? You want to unmute because we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
So Riayat was formed 2 years ago to actually challenge the urban landscape of Pakistan. So what we saw was that in Pakistan, the rich and the poor were living very close together, yet there was little to no communication happening between these two sections of the society. So what Riayat is a proximity-based crowdsourcing platform, which allows users to crowdfund and crowdsource projects of community development within their own community. So what we want to change in Pakistan is that कि पाकिस्तान के शहरों के अंदर जहाँ पे अमीर और गरीब इतनी करीब प्रॉक्सिमिटी में रहते हैं लेकिन कोई कम्युनिकेशन नहीं हो रही, हम लोग जो है इस गैप को ब्रिज करना चाह रहे हैं टू फॉर्म अ होलिस्टिक कम्युनिटी जहाँ पे इनइक्वालिटी जैसी जितनी इनइक्वालिटी आज देखी जाती है वो है ही नहीं. For the last 2 years, what we have been trying to do is we have been trying to engage the community of DHA, Lumsky community, that's the privileged community, with the community that's living just behind Lums, known as Gohawa village, जो सारी underdeveloped community है जहाँ से हमारा सारा लेबर आते हैं. We have been running a community center in that underprivileged village where we are working on community development as a whole, working on nutrition, working on education, women empowerment, and healthcare. So that is something that we do. We are trying to solve the challenge of urban inequality in Pakistan. For the COVID-19 situation, what we have tried to do is that we have when they started, we saw that there's going to be a hunger crisis. There is going to be a lot of people that will face food insecurity, and that is when we started our ration drives throughout Pakistan. And we have completed our ration drives in 2 cities, and that was our target. But seeing the crisis unfold, we have actually expanded our ration drive, and we're trying to target as many cities as possible for now. That's a short thing about what VI does.
Excellent, well done, and more on that. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. You're the class executive MBA ki class mein aap hain, and you guys have put together some funds. Tell us a little bit about that effort. You might want to unmute because we can't hear you. Someone. No,
okay,
we can hear you. Yes.
Okay, so I'm part of EMBA 2021, and we are a diverse group of 53 people. We decided to come together, and we all have, contrasting views inside the classroom and outside, but this was one cause that everyone felt very strongly about and wanted to chip in. So we have this WhatsApp group in which we have all kinds of information flowing. One of the students, Afrasya, floated an illustration which was regarding this daily wages. And that really hit us, and we were all sitting at home not doing much, and we realized that we need to do something, not just sit there. So then we got together and sort of applied practically the learnings from LUMS, such as from Dr. Jajja's class of supply chain, and went about establishing a whole network. And this was initially, we thought we would collect about 400,000 rupees to make about 200 boxes of ration and distribute those. But it has turned out that we managed to get about, so far we have about 6.1 million rupees, and we've reached out to about 2,500 families. And this is only in the past 3 weeks. We are not a formal society or trust or organization. There are many issues with that. And somehow we have not had help in establishing that. So we just came together as a class. One of our classmates, Asfar, works for Metro. So he decided to help us and with the supply, because in these times, the supply of rations is a major issue. So he supplied us with the rations. And then the other problem was distribution. Many other NGOs have also reached out to us asking us about distribution. So we then saw that the army was deployed. The troops were deployed in various areas, and they gave us full support. So on our behalf, they pick the rations and they distribute them to areas within Lahore and the outskirts of Lahore. So this is what we are doing currently, and we have been very pleasantly surprised that a lot of people are reaching out to us.
Excellent. Formal or informal, as long as good work is being done. Dr. Arshad, LUMS people, the younger lot doing good work. So my first question is, how does that feel? How does that feel? People doing, good work on their own, organizing themselves, raising funds, helping the poor, not only during this crisis, but also earlier, like Riz, for instance. How does that feel?
Well, it's very difficult to describe the feeling other than to say that it's inspirational. It's heartwarming, it's gratifying, it makes us believe in why we wake up every morning. It's a real education for the real world, and these guys are demonstrating and walking the talk. Feels really good.
Before I pose the other question, one quick comment from Dr. Faisal. Dr. Faisal, one of these people is your student. How does that feel? How do you feel about that?
So जब भी मैं बारहा कह चुका हूँ कि जब भी किसी उस्ताद के लिए इससे बेहतर कोई चीज़ नहीं होती कि उनका कोई भी शागिर्द जो है वो उनसे आगे जाए, वो वहाँ जाए जहाँ उस्ताद नहीं पहुँच सकता था. That's the key to growth also. That's the key to intergenerational change as well. उसकी खुशी और उसकी जो मुसरत है वो बयान करनी मुश्किल है.
I'll come to you because you've done good work, but first I need to discuss the COVID-19 campaign. Dr. Arshad, LUMS has started this COVID-19 campaign, and the moment you think of the virus or the pandemic, you think of medicines. You don't think of relief efforts, but LUMS has done that. What is this campaign that LUMS has started?
Well, the campaign is really personifying what you've heard examples of already by bringing the community together. And we have a large family, even though for most people, LUMS is a small school. You know, they say, well, what can basically 350 faculty members, or if you add our staff and our custodial workers, then we go up to about 1,200. And then if you add our students, we are only taking in about 1,100 students each year. And if you add the ones on campus, it's still not a big number. I mean, we're not the University of Punjab or other universities which have tens of thousands of students. So then the question is, what can a small university like ours do to make a difference in something that is not only affecting the nation, but it's affecting the world? And the answer is actually quite simple, which is to remember that why LUMS has been created in the first place. And this campaign personifies that raison d'etre, you know, the real reason why we are here. And I would sort of say there are three aspects to that. So the first aspect is we've always punched more than our weight. You know, we have a multiplier effect. How is that enacted? Well, we have 13,000 alumni all around the world. We also have leaders in NGOs, small businesses, large corporations. So it's a large network of very influential people. And if we can reach out to them and create more awareness of the good work that's being done, that will multiply. So that's the first reason. The second reason is that, you know, as you said earlier on, we are very good in intellectual development or teaching courses, but here we have to walk the talk, you know, where theory comes to practice. And so I think the greatest contribution LUMS brings to society is character building, and is to espouse the values that we hope people will personify, just as Faisal Saab just mentioned. So here we have an opportunity to really take that to another level, which takes me to the third point. And that is, I think all of our students, if not all of us, you know, wherever we stand, will be asking later on, what did I do during this time? हम अपने बच्चों को कहानियां बताएंगे, अपने दोस्तों को बताएंगे, एक दूसरे को बताएंगे कि हमने क्या किया था इस टाइम पर. और लोग सोचते हैं ये एक हफ्ते का मामला है, एक महीने का मामला है. हमें पता लग गया है अब ये एक महीने और हफ्ते का मामला नहीं है, ये शायद this will go on for quite some time. And so this will be that point in history, in that period of time where we have to, if not to others, to ourselves, say, what did we do during this time? And I think if you look at Huzaifa, you look at Saman, you look at Sareem, you look at all of our, people who are here and elsewhere, I can say one thing we can all do that will guarantee that we've done something worthwhile. And for me, at this point in time, that is to say, अगर आप 10 रुपए दें, 100 रुपए दें, it's not about how much, it's how you participate. You may not be able to do the things that Saman has just described or Huzaifa has been doing for quite some time, but you can do your part, and that is to contribute to something bigger than you.
Huzaifa, very quickly, आप कब से आप ये कर रहे हैं और मुश्किलात क्या आती हैं ऐसे काम में? You know, everybody would agree with that. पाकिस्तान में क्या पूरी दुनिया में कोई शख्स ये नहीं कहेगा कि खाना जाया होना चाहिए, वो गरीब के पेट में नहीं जाना चाहिए. Nobody would say that. And yet we fail at distributing food among the poor. So आपने जब से ये काम शुरू किया है उसमें क्या-क्या मुश्किलात आपको आई हैं इसमें?
Adil bhai, so we've been doing this for like 5 years now. Abhi 12 April ko, just a few days back, we turned 5. There is turned 5. So ये एक जर्नी, it has been शुरू के 2 साल has been very difficult to convince people कि पाकिस्तान में खाना ज़ाया होता है, as a society ये बताना, और इतना एक स्टिग्मा अटैच था कि वो खाना ज़ाया हो, कौन सा खाना खिलाओगे, वो खाना किसी ने खाया हुआ तो नहीं already. So there was a lot of problem, a lot of taboos attached to the food that we were collecting. But alhamdulillah, if I look down all those 5 years, I see वो जो campaign थी, the awareness campaign has brought us to that level. People already know. Now people know where to call when they have excess food. At wedding functions, the corporates know when they are near. It's not just the excess food at the end of the table. ये near to expiry products हैं, ये farm के ऊपर products हैं, logistical issues की वजह से warehouses में products हैं. So it's a huge market that we were trying to tap, because पाकिस्तान जो हमारा value proposition ये था कि पाकिस्तान जैसी country के अंदर जहाँ पे इतनी ज़्यादा food insecurity है, अब वो लोग they are now on a verge of death. वो करीब हैं उसके हंगर क्राइसिस की वजह से, उस जैसे मुल्क में खाना ज़ाया करना इज अ क्रिमिनल एक्ट, जहाँ पे लोगों को खाना मिल ही ना रहा हो. सो हमारी दूसरा जो प्रॉब्लम, द proposition we were trying to fight was the problem of channelization that you rightly accurated. So there is a lot of food that is in the pockets of so many people, but that needs to be channelized to the grassroots communities. That is where we thought we need to intervene, and there are a lot of NGOs जो already बन चुकी हैं. बहुत ज़बरदस्त काम grassroots पर हो रहा है. Your community might be doing something amazing in your own community. My mother, my khala would be doing something in their own communities. Why not to connect all of these communities and create a grassroots connection with the donors? So we created a platform that connects grassroots communities. So people who know risk would be donating to risk. It can be food, it can be juices, it can be fruits, it can be anything. But the problem is, how do we create that distribution system that it reaches down to the grassroots communities? That is what our essential core is. So in this crisis, जो सबसे बड़ा problem हमें इस crisis के लिए face हो रहा है when it comes to the crisis, it's data sharing. So हमने I can very proudly say कि हम लोग I am one of those organizations जो कि सबसे ज़्यादा systematically पाकिस्तान के अंदर राशन देने के ऊपर काम करी है, क्योंकि मैंने पूरे 5 साल ये किया है. So it's not just a drive for me. My organization is there to take care the responsibility. So अब अगर वक्त आया तो people and organizations are looking up to me कि risk क्या कर रहे हैं, because I'm not going to go down after 1 month or 2 months. So हम लोगों ने when the situation arose, we had to take a good strategy. We had to define what are we doing, because it's not just 1 month as said by Dr. Saab. It is for us, it's the dynamics have changed altogether. जिन लोगों के बारे में हम कहते थे वो इनसिक्योरिटी के वर्ज पे, आज उनके बारे में हम कह रहे हैं कि ये लोग मरने के करीब हैं. They are not getting a one-time meal. So the seriousness, the gravity of problem has changed for us. So now what we are thinking as an organization is not just the food drive. It's about giving these people sustainable means. So it's all about rebuilding those communities again. And it all starts with food. So हम लोग हमेशा बड़ा एक अपनी आइडियोलॉजी का शेर कहते हैं कि वो 5 रुकन इस्लाम देते 6 फरीदा टुक, जेना लब्बे 6 ते बाकी 5 जांदे मुख. तो द सिचुएशन इस चीज पर आ गया, आप कुछ और नहीं कर सकते जब तक आप उनको फूड इंटरवेंशन से स्टार्ट ना करो. दैट वाज आवर वेरी फर्स्ट डे जो हम कहते थे. और जो प्रॉब्लम है वो डाटा शेयरिंग का है. द गवर्नमेंट, द सिविल सोसाइटी, एनजीओज ऑल नीड टू कम टुगेदर सो वी नो कि हम किन कम्युनिटीज में काम करें ताकि डुप्लीकेशन और फूड फिलैंथ्रोपी जाया ना हो इस मोमेंट पे.
Sarim, 2 key words that I picked out in what Huzaifa was saying. One was data sharing, and of course, as a society, as a community, हम data collect भी नहीं करते बहुत ज़्यादा और उसको analyze भी नहीं करते, share भी नहीं करते. We don't really value data as such. And the other word was community. So I want to know कि वो कौन सी communities हैं जिनके साथ आप ज़्यादा काम करते हैं, because we have such a polarized society. ये लोग वहाँ नहीं करेंगे, ये दीवार उसकी है, ये फिका उसका है, ये मिजाज उसका है. So हमने दीवारें बहुत खड़ी की हुई हैं. And collaboration between communities is also very hard. So what kind of communities do you work with?
So our communities are basically urban, और urban के अंदर जो सभी urban communities हैं. तो for example DHA के साथ जो है ये सारे जो गांव लगते हैं, I'm talking about लाहौर, तो उसके अंदर जो है हम लोग ऑपरेट करते हैं बेसिकली. इन लाहौर स्पेसिफिकली कराची के अंदर जो हम लोगों ने अभी ऑपरेशन स्टार्ट किए हैं, दैट इज टूवर्ड्स द कराची डंप यार्ड. तो दैट इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग, क्योंकि हम लोग की जो राशन ड्राइव हुई थी वहाँ पे नो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज करंटली वर्किंग, एंड दैट आर पीपल दैट आर लिविंग इनसाइड द कराची डंप यार्ड. एंड और उनको जो मैनेज करना और उनके थ्रू जो है उनका डेटा गैदर करना, वो इट वाज अ वेरी हार्ड टास्क दैट वी कोलैबोरेटेड विद अनदर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन टू ओवरकम. तो उसके अंदर वही वाली बात आती है कि आप लोग जो हैं हर कम्युनिटी के अंदर जहाँ पे आप लोग ऑपरेशन स्टार्ट करना चाह रहे हैं, आप लोग खुद नहीं जाएं, लेकिन दूसरी जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वहाँ पे काम करे तो कोलैबोरेशन बहुत ज़्यादा हो. सो वन ऑफ द थिंग्स दैट नॉन प्रॉफिट्स इन दिस डे एंड टाइम नीड टू लर्न इज co-branding, or co-branding in a way that actually platforms coming together, non-profits coming together to actually deliver across boundaries. And that is something that Risk is also working on. That is something that we are working on. So for example, for the community that we actually, for Karachi, for our ration drive, what we did was we actually outsourced the data collection or jo aapki distribution wala part hai to another organization, and we collaborated with them. They were working on the grassroots and we were collaborating with them so that the distribution would take place. And that is something that we need to work together, identify the core competencies that we are good at. So for example, Risk has a good supply chain. They need to, for example, if they focus on that, they can actually outsource the distribution to different non-profits that are working on in different communities. And that is a very good model that businesses are doing. Businesses know that what is our unique selling point, and that is similarly, we need to identify that what is the unique selling point for every non-profit, and every non-profit needs to operate according to that, and then there should be cross collaboration, and that is the only way that I think that we can achieve more. So I'm taking a course of social entrepreneurship here at LUMS also, and our sir says that there is, in social work, there is only collaboration. There is no competition, and that is something that we need to work towards.
Excellent. That's a good teacher that you have. Someone, I have a question for you. One of your classmates, I will not tell you who, told me that your class raised 4.3 million rupees. Is that correct? So that's the first question. And the second is, Salim mentioned collaboration. It's difficult for people to collaborate. Classmates have grudges and classmates, have issues. And how did you guys kind of come together and decided to collaborate? And are you also collaborating with some organizations?
The figure now is 6.1 million, and it still continues. On the other hand, as a class, I think I have been to schools, colleges, everywhere, but this is one class I feel we gel together very well. Although we argue about everything under the sun and have very different opinions, because we are all older, young at heart, but yes, older students of LUMS, and we come from the whole country. Like for classes, we have a student coming from Multan, Gujranwala, Faisalabad, Islamabad, Dharki and Sindh. So, we have a very varied, diverse group of 53 people. But yet this was one cause that nobody questioned even once. In fact, we got signatures on this charity letter that we had to write to the government, and within 1 hour, everyone had signed it. Otherwise, if I have to get because I'm the class rep as well, if I have to get something signed by them, it takes forever. But this was one thing that was done within an hour. So, so that, and everyone was very inspiring. It was not just collecting money, actually. Everyone chipped in whatever way they can. We saw people giving even 200 rupees or 2 lakh rupees, it didn't matter. Then one student set up the Insta page, or our Twitter handle, 2021 EMBA was set up by Mazhar. Then Zara set up the Insta page, then Ans did the website. So everyone sort of just gelled very well together, and we've had no complaints whatsoever. As far as other organizations are concerned, we haven't had donation from the corporate sector at all. It is just friends, families, and friends of friends who have donated. But I would say we have had donations from outside of Pakistan, from Dubai, from the US and other places as well, and Canada as well. But I think the key is that there has to be transparency in what you're doing. And we've made sure that all accounts are, all the invoices, everything is done online. There is no cash handling, all donations come online, all payments are made online. So when people see that there's a lot of transparency, I think they trust us also. And since it's just friends and everyone wants to help out in these times, that is why we haven't faced any issues as such.
Excellent. Dr. Faisal, 2 things. One is, आपको 20 बरस से ज़्यादा हो गए मुंसलिक हुए LUMS के साथ, और वो जो तबाहकुन ज़ल्ज़ला आया था 2005 में कश्मीर में, उसके लिए जो रिलीफ एफर्ट्स हुए थे, you were a part of that, and you're also now a part of this. तो ये जो 2 कैंपेन्स हैं रिलीफ एफर्ट्स की, इनमें आपको लगता है कोई फर्क है, या ये किसी तरीके से सिमिलर है, आइडेंटिकल है?
जी, पीएचडी के बाद 98 में ज्वाइन किया था, लेकिन वैसे तो 91 में एज अ रिसर्च एसोसिएट ज्वाइन किया था, पीएचडी, तो 20 के करीब भी होने वाले हैं। जी, इन दोनों कैंपेन्स में फ़र्क भी है और कुछ ममासलत भी है। फ़र्क, द डिफरेंसेस हैव टू डू विद द फैक्ट दैट द क्वेक केम इन वन पर्टिकुलर पार्ट ऑफ द कंट्री. It was an event that was 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then you could see the devastation, and you didn't need anything to project that devastation in any way, right? वो जो तस्वीर आनी शुरू हुई थी, वो सबको याद होंगी, वो दिल दहला देने वाली थी। 75-80 हज़ार लोग उसी वक्त, और स्कूल और बच्चे, खानदान, वो बड़ा क्लियर था। तो उसमें हर बंदा, वो LUMS भी उसमें एज इंस्टीट्यूशन, एज इंडिविजुअल्स, जो कुछ कर सकते थे, जितना उठा सकते थे, जितना कर सकते थे, उसने वो हमने शुरू कर दिया था। उसका एक और फेज भी था जिसमें फिर रिहैब भी शुरू हुआ था, जिसमें ज़्यादा सस्टेन काम करना पड़ा था आफ्टर इमीडिएट रिलीफ एटसेट्रा। रिलीफ में चीज़ें भी गई थी और लोग भी गए थे ताकि मेडिसिन बाकी चीज़ें भी जा सकें, और फिर रिहेबिलिटेशन का काम आहिस्ता आहिस्ता। रिहैब में हमने एज ए यूनिवर्सिटी इस तरह के प्रोजेक्ट भी किए थे जो अकाउंटेबिलिटी वगैरह को बाद में देख रहे थे कि जी बाद में जो पैसा जा रहा था वो उसका इस्तेमाल सही हुआ या नहीं, पर वो बहुत बाद में आया था, नॉट इन द रिलीफ फेज। ये बहुत फर्क है इस लिहाज से, वो जो बाकी सारे भी बात कर रहे हैं और अर्शद साहब ने भी की। एक तो ये कि ये अभी हमें इसका अंदाजा नहीं है कि कितनी देर चलेगा, कितना लंबा ये चीजें चलेंगी। इसका इम्पैक्ट जॉब्स पे, नौकरियों पे, प्राइसेस पे, सप्लाई लाइंस पे और बहुत सारी चीज़ों पे आएगा। वो क्या क्या है, इसका इकोनॉमिक इम्पैक्ट क्या होगा, इसका स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ इकोनॉमी पे इम्पैक्ट क्या होगा, नौकरियां जो हैं वो रहेंगी या नहीं, या वो रिस्ट्रक्चर किसी तरह हो जाएंगी, वगैरह वगैरह। बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जो थोड़ी लॉन्ग टर्म, जिनकी नौकरियां इस वक्त गई, अभी तो बिल्कुल राशन और चीज़ें पहुंचाने की बात हो रही है ताकि ज़िंदगी चलती रहे, लेकिन बहुत जल्द वो सिचुएशन इस पे भी होगी कि भाई इस नई सिचुएशन में हमने किस तरह से उनकी ज़िंदगियां दोबारा शुरू करनी है, क्या ऑप्शंस रह जाएंगे, रीटूलिंग करनी है, कोई ट्रेनिंग करनी है, किसी को किसी जगह से किसी और जगह फिट करना है, स्किल्स फ़र्क चाहिए, कोई और किस्म की ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस बनानी पड़ेंगी, कुछ चीज़ें रहेंगी, कुछ बदल जाएंगी, क्योंकि मुझे लगता है कि वो अभी पूरी एक्सटेंट हमें नहीं पता लग सकी। आई डोंट वांट टू बी नेगेटिव, लेकिन बहुत सारे लोग ये भी कह रहे हैं ना कि हो सकता है 12-18 महीने भी लग जाएं इन फाइंडिंग अ क्योर एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा। तो उतना अरसा जो है हमने अपने नेटवर्क सस्टेन भी करने हैं और लोगों को आहिस्ता आहिस्ता ऑनलाइन भी लाना है, क्योंकि ये मुमकिन नहीं है कि सिर्फ राशन की बेसिस पे काम चलता रहे, बहुत सारे बाकी काम कर। तो इसमें जो एफर्ट चाहिए उसमें बिल्कुल लोगों का, चाहे वो 10 रुपए, 100 रुपए या लाख रुपया या मिलियंस, वो तो आना जरूरी है, पर ये भी सोचिए कि वो ओवर टाइम भी करना हमें पड़ेगा। वो उतना अर्थक्वेक में नहीं हुआ था, क्योंकि एक वक्त में आके फिर ये हो गया था कि जब रिलीफ हो गया था तो रिहेबिलिटेशन के लिए बहुत सारे इंस्टीट्यूशंस आ गए थे, और वो क्योंकि एक जगह पे था तो बाकी मुल्क में आप देखिए ना हमारी प्रोडक्शन पे कोई इम्पैक्ट, आप उस साल का जीडीपी उठाइए, बाकी चीजें उठाइए, ना हमारी प्रोडक्शन पे ओवरऑल इम्पैक्ट आया, ना एग्रीकल्चर पे आया, ना किसी और चीज पे आया था, क्योंकि वो बहुत लोकलाइज था इन 1 or 2 प्रोविंसेस। यहाँ पे तो ना सिर्फ पाकिस्तान बल्कि इंटरनेशनल्स भी अंडर प्रेशर है ना। कल हु के पैसे रुके हैं, परसों किसी और के लोगों को, हम सबके पास जा रहे हैं, सभी मुसीबत में है इस वक्त। सो उसमें हमें अपने मुल्क के लिए रिलीफ एफर्ट बहुत सारा काम खुद ही करना पड़ेगा, लेकिन ओवर अ लॉन्ग पीरियड करना पड़ेगा। तो ये स्टैमिना, यानी मैराथन की बात हो रही है, 100 मीटर्स की बात नहीं हो रही, तो उसकी तैयारी उसी तरह से होनी चाहिए।
It reminds me, you use the word marathon. It reminds me of a little saying that I read somewhere, that in such a case, I think it's used by in an Aga Khan training program, where they say professionalize the volunteers and volunteerize the professionals. So I think a long-term thing needs to be like that. It can't be a short-term thing. And someone, I hope you and your classmates are listening to all of this, because once this is over, you may have to continue the process. Dr. Arshad, just one class, alums class, raised 6.1 million, like someone just mentioned. What's the target for the LUMS COVID-19 campaign, and how much have we achieved or raised so far?
Thank you, Adil. Of course, initially when we sat around the table and were inspired by the Samans and Huzaifas and many others in our community, we said, look, let's start with 50 million. That was a target that we initially set. But as Faisal Saab has reminded us, this is going to be a moving target. So far, and it's only been days, we are up to 13.6 with about 80 people who have contributed. But we have kept it local for now. We have not gone out aggressively and marketed this campaign to our alumni or to the other corporates and where we intend to go. So this is early stages, because this is not a one-shot deal. And that's such an important point to emphasize, that the target is way beyond giving money. Money is going to certainly be the most visible part of this, where people can actually participate. But it's also intangibles that we have to think about in terms of doing business in a completely radically different way. I mean, in fact, the term radical uncertainty is now being used across the board, because this is a tsunami. This is a kind of tsunami we haven't seen. People are saying the devastation is greater than the Great Depression that maybe our grandparents went through. And so it's a learning moment for all of us. No one really should be claiming they know what's going to happen, other than to say that this is not short term and this is not going to be back to normal by any stretch of the imagination. So I think your question sort of unpacks a whole bunch of other deeper questions in terms of what else are we going to do with the limited resources that we have, in conserving them, in redistributing them, and in bringing back values that really matter at the end of the day, not the content and subject matter knowledge that used to be at the forefront of all the teachers. This is going to be a values-driven learning experience for everybody, and we can all contribute in that aspect.
It reminds me of what Mark Twain said, teach thy tongue to say, I do not know. So in these uncertain times, there are so many things, so many problems to the answers we just don't know. Huzaifa, we have a question for you from Harim Sumbal. And Harim wants to know, are you documenting your learnings and creating a knowledge platform? Because we're not a nation who documents stuff. We don't even write music. We don't write rags, so we don't document stuff. So she's saying that your experience is gold. So are you documenting it, and are you going to make it public? And if that's so, when will that be? I added to her question.
Zaba, excellent question. This is the question that should be addressed. So Adil bhai, what Rizq is right now doing is currently हम लोग जितनी भी information and data करें, first thing first, हम उसको share करें, and whatever technology we have made. So our expertise up till now, we develop systems to find the right people. We develop systems for distributions. We have technology partners. We have logistical partners. We have warehousing partners. We have people who are on ground for data collection. So over these 5 years, I developed a machinery of people who are doing best of the best things in their own domains. So what I have, my platform is actually providing a central space for all of these activities. So up till now, jitni NGOs, jitne players are working with us, हम उनको ये सारा knowledge share करें without any cost. It's just free. We just want, हमने detailed manuals बनाए हुए हैं. So up till now, I was मैंने कल ही अपने सारे forms को एक जगह list किया to provide to different NGOs who are distributing ration. सिर्फ हमारा गर्ज ये है कि उसको एक सेंट्रल जगह पे आप लोग यूज करना शुरू कर दें. सो मेरे पास मैनुअल्स हैं हाउ टू गिव राशन, मेरे पास मैनुअल्स हैं हाउ टू यूज आवर टेक्स्ट स्पेस, हाउ टू कलेक्ट द डाटा, हाउ टू ट्रांसफॉर्म द डाटा. और वो डाटा कलेक्शन को हमने ऐसे टेम्पलेट्स बनाए जो कि ना सिर्फ राशन देने में इस्तेमाल होंगे, वो फर्दर इन कम्युनिटीज को बिल्ड करने में इस्तेमाल होंगे. सो एज आई सेड, मेरा जो व्हाट आई एम लुकिंग एज एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज नॉट जस्ट, जैसे बारी साहब मेंशन्ड, इट्स अ मैराथन. एंड एक फेज आएगा जब आप डोनर फटीग हो चुकी होगी, खाना आप बहुत देख चुके होंगे. देन व्हाट आफ्टर 7 to 8 months देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ राशन बट पीपल आर द इंडस्ट्रीज आर नो मोर देयर. मेरे पास रेस्टोरेंट इंडस्ट्री के साथ मैंने कैंपेन की, पीपल जो रेस्टोरेंट इंडस्ट्री के लेड ऑफ एम्प्लॉइज थे वो मेरे पास राशन लेने आ रहे हैं. सो आई एम कलेक्टिंग डाटा विद देम. But what I'm seeing is majority of those restaurants would not be able to open once the crisis ends. That industry is going to get off. What my responsibility, what my team is working right now is how to rehabilitate those waiters, those staffers into different sectors. I'm in touch with Rosy Blue. I'm in touch with different platforms. I'm in touch with digital platforms. I have to relocate those people. I have to create sustainable means for them. That is where my community-based approach comes. So when I say I'm giving out rations to communities, that is where I have developed a system which we call as cloud-based food banking. Any place can become a food bank. And through that food bank, we can give out an array of services that are linked to our platform. जो expertise है skills development में वहाँ plug in हो रहा है, community का data मेरे पास है, skills वाले plug in हो रहे हैं, job creation वाले plug in हो रहे हैं, sales वाले plug in हो रहे हैं. Anyone who can community के अंदर plug in हो रहा है, क्योंकि हमने community को rebuild करना है. And just now, up till मैंने इसको process को अभी से शुरू कर दिया. So अभी मेरी community में जहाँ food drives, food ration programs चल रहे हैं, उन लोगों को ration cards मिले हुए. ताकि वो कंटिन्यूसली एक तो उनके पास पीस ऑफ माइंड हो कि अगले महीने दे डोंट हैव टू पैनिक। हमने इबोला का ट्रेंड देखा, इबोला के 6 महीने बाद एक एनार्की की सिचुएशन थी, लोग एक दूसरे को मारना शुरू हो रहे थे। हमने ये कहा कि जिन फैमिलीज को हम राशन देंगे उनको हम बताएंगे कि अगले 10 महीने आप परेशान ना हो, रिस्क आपको सपोर्ट करेगा, यू डोंट हैव टू होर्ड, यू डोंट हैव टू कम आउट इन पब्लिक। दैट वाज द फर्स्ट स्टेप। हमने कहा कम्युनिटीज बाहर आ गई तो वो आपको भी नहीं छोड़ेंगी, मुझे भी नहीं छोड़ेंगी, वी हैव टू मेक श्योर पीस प्रिवेल रहे। हमने वॉलंटियर्स को तैयार किया, हमने अपनी डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर ऐप उनको दी कि अपने नेबरहुड्स के 10-10 घरों को आइडेंटिफाई करो, उसको ऐप पे डालो, ताकि वी आइडेंटिफाई लोकल कम्युनिटीज, हम उनको बिल्ड करना शुरू करें। फिर बड़ी कम्युनिटीज को हम खुद बिल्ड करते हैं विद डिफरेंट एनजीओज। सो ये जो आई एम वेरी ओपन हु एनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज वर्किंग राइट नाउ, मैंने इस डॉक्यूमेंट को अपनी टीम के साथ ट्वीक किया है टू एडजस्ट टू द कोविड क्राइसिस, ताकि हम एक मैनुअल और ऐसी एक गाइड उनके लिए दे सकें जो कि एक सेंट्रल प्लेटफॉर्म में प्लग इन हो और वो सबके लिए यूजफुल हो। सो यस, वी आर वेरी ओपन टू डेटा शेयरिंग, वेरी ओपन राइट नाउ टू आवर मॉडल। हम अपना मॉडल हर किसी को बताना चाहते हैं, एक्सप्लेन करना चाहते हैं, बिकॉज दैट इज व्हाट वी हैव बीन डूइंग इन आवर प्रेजेंटेशंस फ्रॉम डे वन, एंड इट्स अबाउट टाइम पीपल आर रियलाइजिंग कि इतना खाना अब सबसे ज्यादा जो मुझे भी प्रॉब्लम फेस हो रहा है वो ये कि सप्लाई चेन अभी डिसरप्ट हुई है, शहतूत आया है, स्ट्रॉबेरी आई है, इनकी द सप्लाई चेन हैज डिसरप्टेड, अ लॉट ऑफ फूड इज बीइंग वेस्टेड। माय कंसर्न वाज हाउ टू यूज दैट philanthropy टू गेट टू लोकल फार्मर्स और उनसे मैं प्रोक्योर करके आगे डोनेट करूं, खिलाऊं। सो मेरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज लुकिंग ऑन ऑल दोस सस्टेनेबल मीन्स जिनके थ्रू मैं कम्युनिटी भी बिल्ड कर सकूं और इस प्रॉब्लम को भी एड्रेस कर सकूं। एंड यस, वी आर फोरकास्टिंग आवर प्रोजेक्शन, जितना पैसा कलेक्ट कर रहे हैं हम उसको एक ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम स्पेंड कर रहे हैं। वी हैव टू सेव बिल्ड आवर कम्युनिटीज, हम इन ऑल इन एग्जॉस्ट नहीं कर रहे। सो हम जितनी भी स्पेंडिंग कर रहे हैं हम उसको फोरकास्ट कर रहे हैं। So these are all measures that we have to take when you are working as an organization who is primarily focused on providing food security and hunger solutions and building communities. So it's not just a food drive at the end of the day for you. It's much more than you, because people we are answerable. I'm answerable to my donors कि मैं उनका पैसा कैसे खर्च कर रहा हूँ, how I'm using that money to build communities. This is my focus right now.
At the end of the day, we're answerable to our conscience most of all.
Yes.
And regarding what you mentioned, that you've maintained all the documentation, if at some point you want to make it into a moving picture, a video, I would very happily offer my humble services. Sarem, I have a question for you कि आप जिन communities में काम करते हैं वहाँ पे health और safety के measures जो हैं, how do you ensure that? What steps do you take to make sure that the health and safety isn't compromised?
So this is a moving model for us. So हमारी first ration drive was at a community center जो गाँव village के अंदर हुआ था. So one of the things that we did over there was that we distributed the ration through our community center. We had a hand washing station installed at the station. So every person who came in to collect the ration first had to wash his hand and then went into a separate room to collect the ration. The ration was actually placed on the floor, and that person went there, did the verification process, checked his CNIC on the list, and then collected the ration. And for our Lahore drive, what we did was that we had a pamphlet printed out that actually spread awareness regarding the COVID-19 situation. One of the things that is missing in our poor communities is that there is lack of awareness regarding COVID-19. And that is something that we did through our ration drive also. So that was for Lahore. For Karachi, what we did was that we collaborated with another organization. So what they did was that they had the verification process done a day earlier in the community. So they had the entire community surveyed. They went to each house. They verified the person whether he met the standards that we were catering to, and marked that house with the chalk. And that the other day we brought the ration and we distributed to every house one by one. So what it actually entailed was that gathering of people nearly. So that was a very good model that we actually practiced in Karachi. Because Karachi के अंदर the locality that we were catering to, that was inside the Karachi dump yard. तो आप जब अंदर जाते हैं तो आपको जो है ऐसा लगता है कि आप हिमालयस के अंदर आ गए हैं, बस ये डिफरेंस होती है कि आपके कचरे के ढेर होते हैं आसपास. So that was a very challenging community, but door to door distribution is something that we can do. और उसके अंदर जो है इतना ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लगता. It's a quick method, and I think in जो अभी हमारी situation है, door to door mechanisms are the best mechanism for food delivery and distribution, and that is something that all organizations are doing. And we have, so for example, Baikia hai, Kareem hai, they are actually mobilizing their forces to actually achieve this, and that is something that is very good.
Dr. Faisal, I'm going to come to you because you have a class at 5, and we are acutely aware that you're a important person. Not that the others are not. I'm not saying that. बहुत सारी campaigns इस वक्त जब कोई आता है disaster, so people come together, classes come together, organizations come together. ये LUMS में भी एक COVID-19 की campaign है. What would you say to people? And of course, we heard from Dr. Arshad that 50 million is the initial target, and we've already reached 13.6 million so far. तो अभी जो लोग देख रहे हैं या सुन रहे हैं, what would you say to them? Why would they need to contribute towards the COVID-19 campaign that LUMS is doing? Not that they shouldn't do it otherwise also. लेकिन LUMS वाली campaign में क्यों कोई contribute करे? What would you tell them?
इसके 2-3 हिस्से हैं अदील मेरे ख्याल में. पहली एट लार्जर लेवल मेरे ख्याल में ये जो अरशद साहब ने शुरू में भी बात की थी कि हम लम्स में क्या करते हैं. हम लम्स में ज़्यादातर हमारे अंडरग्रेड बच्चे हैं, कुछ मैं बच्चे कहता हूँ सॉरी, अंडरग्रेड यंग लोग हैं और कुछ जो हैं वो ऑब्वियसली ग्रेड में भी हैं. हम उन्हें क्या सिखाने की कोशिश करते हैं? स्पेसिफिक स्किल्स तो देते हैं, पर एक बहुत बड़ा कंपोनेंट वैल्यूज़ का है ना, जिसमें एक बहुत बड़ा कंपोनेंट दिस नोशन, न्यू नोशन ऑफ लीडरशिप का भी है कि भाई लीडर कौन है. लीडर वो है जो अपने इर्द गिर्द वालों को अपने से बाहर निकल के किसी तरह अपने इर्द गिर्द वालों का हाथ पकड़ सके, अपने लिए भी रास्ता क्रिएट करे, लेकिन ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट दूसरों के लिए भी रास्ता क्रिएट कर सके. और ये नोशन कोई हमारा आज का नहीं है, ये नोशन तमाम मज़ाहिब में, तमाम जो फ़लसफ़े हैं उनमें है, स्कूल्स ऑफ थॉट है कि ज़िंदगी, वो शायद एरिस्टोटल ने कहा था ना, द पॉइंट इज़ नॉट लिविंग अ लाइफ, पॉइंट इज़ लिविंग अ गुड लाइफ, एंड दैट गुड लाइफ इज़ पार्ट ऑफ दैट इज़ अ नोशन ऑफ व्हाट इज़ गुड, एंड उसमें जाहिर है हमारा जो दूसरों से ताल्लुक़ है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो मेरे ख्याल में ये मौका है तमाम हमारे जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं, तमाम फैकल्टी और स्टाफ जो है, वो जो कुछ हम सीखते हैं, कहते हैं, उसको प्रैक्टिस करने का, अपने आप से बाहर निकल के, और मैं बाहर निकलना फिजिकली नहीं कह रहा, मैं काम के सिलसिले में कह रहा हूँ, आप अपनी कम्युनिटी में, फैमिली में, नेटवर्क में हेल्प कीजिए. ये, और वो उसके लिए कैद नहीं है कि आप लम्स को देते हैं या किसी और, वो आप जिस तरह भी कर सकते हैं करें. लेकिन अब दूसरी इसकी साइड ये है कि लम्स एक कम्युनिटी और फैमिली है. हमारे यहाँ बहुत सारे लोग बहुत मुख्तलिफ जगहों से हैं, ये पाकिस्तान के हर कोने से स्टूडेंट हैं, उनके वो फाइनेंशियल नीड्स भी बहुत फ़र्क हैं. कम लोग जानते हैं कि हमारा बहुत बड़ा सेगमेंट स्कॉलरशिप्स पे होता है, जिनके हालात जो हैं वो वैसे ही हैं जैसे बाकियों के हैं. जब नौकरियां जाती हैं, सबकी जाती हैं, बहुत सारे लोगों की जाती हैं. जब बिजनेसेस बंद होते हैं, तो ये ख़ास बात ये इसमें ये बड़ी सोचने वाली है कि दिस क्राइसिस इज़ वेरी पिक्यूलियर इन द सेंस के इट्स नॉट जस्ट वो जो 25% की हम बात करते हैं कि जी 25% पुअर है पाकिस्तान में, वो इनसिक्योर होगा. वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट एनी एंड एवरीवन हु डजंट हैव सेविंग्स and who's concerned about future of jobs and business, right? उसमें small business भी आता है, micro business भी आता है, almost middle class तक insecurity इसकी जाएगी. ऊपर के लोगों के पास savings हैं, तो उनको उन तक help पहुंचाने के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है कि जो लोग आगे आ सकते हैं, और जितना भी 10 रुपए हो या लाख रुपए हो, उससे फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता, वो आगे आएँ. वो हर कम्युनिटी में है, ये ना ख्याल कीजिएगा कि वो इस कम्युनिटी में नहीं है, इसमें है. We are a not-for-profit university जिसका मकसद ही तालीम में भी और हर बाकी शोबे में जहां हम जा सकते हैं हेल्प करना है, और ये नेटवर्क्स क्रिएट करना है, और ये लीडरशिप क्रिएट करना है, और फिर टू लिव दैट पार्ट. सो इसलिए मेरे ख्याल में सब लोगों पे ये बहुत ज़रूरी है कि वो आए आगे, जो लम्स के अंदर हैं या किसी तरह लम्स से कनेक्टेड हैं, चाहे अलमनाई हैं या कुछ है. बाकी ऑब्वियसली हर एक बंदे के इर्द-गिर्द और भी जगह होंगी जहां करेंगे, लेकिन ये भी एक रास्ता है जिसके जरिए हम आगे आ सकते हैं.
Interesting, you use the word leader and leadership. There are so many misconceptions about leadership. आम तौर से जवान लोग समझते हैं कि ये लीडर वो है जो आराम से बैठा हुआ घर पे या किसी तख्त ताउस के ऊपर बैठा हुआ और अहकामात जारी कर रहा है. And people who are watching, I would urge you to read the book by Simon Sinek called Leaders Eat Last. And he argues what leadership truly is. And you don't have to be a political leader or a religious leader. You could be a leader in a very small little group. Dr. Arshad, you want to add to what Dr. Faisal just said?
Well, it's hard to add to what Faisal just said because he gave a lot of windows through which we can look at how generous and how we can be empathetic and care for each other. But to leadership, I would also add two other words. And one of them is fellowship, and another one is friendship. So these are all ships, the ships that we want to launch and sail for a long time in a journey that doesn't end just while we are in this crisis. At the end of the day, आपने शुरू में पूछा कि आप how do you feel about people coming together and no one being left behind? I think the lesson for educational institutions, in particular LUMS, is exactly what many of us are saying right here, that we used to think that human beings really, at the end of the day, don't learn their lessons, they don't change. I think we have seen a very good demonstration just in a few weeks how we have the capacity to change. My goodness, have we ever changed in the last 2 or 3 weeks? Things that we talked about for years, we have taken action on now. अभी मैं वाइस चांसलर से मिला था पंजाब में सुबह को, जो वर्चुअल यूनिवर्सिटी के थे, उन्होंने कहा भाई हम आप सबको कह रहे थे ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन आप कर लें और हम बस एक और एक्सक्यूज बताया कि नहीं कर पा सकते, और देखें हफ्तों में सब कर रहे हैं, सब मिलके काम कर रहे हैं. तो देखिए the capacity for human behavior to change is there. It's an affirmation. This is a time where we can really believe in that, and we have to remember that this will pass. At some point in time it will pass, but are we going to be different people? What lessons इसमें से हमने क्या सीखा है? I think ये सबसे important सवाल है LUMS के लिए. हमने क्या सीखा है और हम क्या कर सकते हैं एक दूसरे के लिए कि बदल जाएं, बेहतर हो जाएं, as a race, as a human race, where collaboration, compassion, all of the things that we have been talking about that make us into better people. That's the lesson I think we all need to learn from each other. No one has authority about this, but for God's sakes, everybody's asking for money right now. And if you're confused and you don't know where to give, please give to the LUMS COVID-19 campaign, because we will give to people exactly like the ones who are on this panel. We are going to give it to every single person here. It's not just collecting money, it's also where the money goes. And you have to trust the organizations who will disperse this to the ones who are in distress, who need this, and will continue to support them long beyond a week, a month, or 6 months. I mean, 1 out of 3 people are being supported by LUMS for 20 years now. 1 out of 3 students. That's a lot of students. That is in the DNA of LUMS. So this is not to boast about it, but just to say that we want to encourage this kind of a learning institution across the country. We want to support others who have the similar ideals as we do.
Excellent. Thank you for that. I have 2 questions for Saman. Saman, the first question is from me, which is, what has been your class's learning experience through this? Was there anything that was an eye-opener for you? Many of you said 53 is the class size. कोई चीज जो आपने इस crisis के through इकट्ठे होके पैसे इकट्ठे करने में सीखी हो? So that's my first question. Once you answer that, we have a question from Maha Khan, then I'll come to that.
Yes, there were many eye-openers, because first was that we cannot just sit at home and do nothing and just watch television and keep saying this should be done and that should be done. We have to be more active in society. And being a part of the LUMS community, we feel that we are more fortunate, I would say, because just the fact that we are part of the LUMS community just gives us this thing that we need to help those who are less fortunate than us. So this realization was there, and but the other thing was that when we saw this camp, ये लगा था बेदिया रोड पे camp लगाया था आर्मी ने nearby villages के लिए. Now the camp was very well spaced out, social distancing, 6-6 फुट दूर लोग खड़े हैं. लेकिन जहाँ camp end होता था और barricade था, उसके पीछे in the videos that I saw, we saw people screaming, shouting, crowds जमा हुए हुए. So the realization that we are just a drop in the ocean. We are not doing enough. We need to do much more. We are trying our best, but still it's just not enough. and more people have to come together. So that was one of the main things. And also we got help from people that we never imagined would help us. People who are not that, fortunate or as well off, and they're still helping in whatever capacity they can. And also, like, Pakistanis generally hardly pay taxes. Yet, when it comes to charity, we have really big hearts. So that was another big eye opener for us. And all this, I think, as a community in Lums also, we are seeing around us that everyone is sort of pitching in and helping out.
This one is for Dr. Arshad. Many years ago, I think 10 some years ago, I was making a little documentary for Lums, and I interviewed Sayyid Babar Ali, and I asked him how he raises money, and he said, people who have money, they give money, but people who don't have money also give money. And he quoted this Farsi ki little idiom, which is "Tawangri badilis na bamang," and he said, the size of your generosity is dependent on your heart, not the pocket. And of course, the Sufis knew it back then. So when someone mentions ke gharib ho ke ameer ho, it is not about how much money they have, how deep a pockets they have, but how big a heart they have. Dr. Faisal would probably needs to go, but I need to ask him one last question. I can't let him off the hook so quickly. Dr. Faisal, the Lums COVID campaign from now on, 50 million is a target, 13.6 reached. In the days to come or weeks to come, hopefully it won't be months, but it may be. How do you see it evolve? What would make you happy?
So, मुझे बहुत यकीन है कि लोग देंगे और दिल खोल के देंगे. उसका मुझे यकीन है, and वो दिल बुरी तरह टूटेगा अगर वो नहीं होता, लेकिन मुझे यकीन है कि वो नहीं होगा. मेरे लिए इस वक्त ज़्यादा अहम बात ये है कि हम बिल्कुल तेज़ी से जहाँ जहाँ ज़रूरत नज़र आ रही है वहाँ ये पैसा और ये राशंस और ये चीज़ें पहुँचानी शुरू करें. कोई भी अगर तकलीफ़ में है, जिसकी तकलीफ़ हम दूर कर सकते हैं, उस तक पहुँचना हमारे लिए पहली प्रायोरिटी है. और उसमें वो डिफरेंट जो सेगमेंट्स हैं, चाहे वो स्टूडेंट्स में हो, चाहे वो कम्युनिटी में हो, या वो हमारे स्टाफ में हो, और बाकी वहाँ तक पहुँचना हमारे लिए बहुत, ये सबसे बड़ी प्रायोरिटी है इसमें.
Okay, if you want to leave, you're free to do that. Not that you weren't free otherwise, but we know you have a class and you're a teacher. बहुत रुतबा बुलंद होता है teachers का my nazar में. So thank you for joining us, Dr. Faisal. The rest of you, we're not done with you yet. Dr. Arshad, one quick thing, you had mentioned, and also Dr. Faisal, ke jo COVID-19 campaign and Lums ki, how it's gearing up. Are there any external organizations or individuals that are part of this COVID-19 Lums campaign? Is Lums collaborating with other organizations as well, or does it plan to?
Right. So, कहते हैं ना, जैसे आप, when you're sitting, nobody sits on an airplane anymore, but you'll remember that the first lesson that you learn about when there's not enough oxygen, you better put the mask on yourself before you put it on your loved one or person that you're caring for. So we thought that this campaign first needs to start with faculty and staff, because if we are not going to open our hearts, then we can't expect others to. So people are starting to consider, should I give 1 day of my 1 day of work to Lums? तो बहुत से लोग इस तरह दे रहे हैं, and बहुत से लोग इस तरह दे रहे हैं कि भाई हमारे को शामिल कर लें इसमें, ज़्यादा दे नहीं सकते हैं, but हमें count कर लें आप इसमें. So we are starting first with our own community. Do we plan to go and meet other organizations and work with them? Absolutely. I mean, undoubtedly. I mean, the folks on this panel, every single one of them will be the ones that we will give this money to. जैसे फैसल साहब ने कहा है कि there is a time sensitivity that people in need have, who are in distress. उनको सबसे पहले देना है. तो अब ये लोग जो इन्होंने network शुरू कर लिए हैं, if we trust our own, so we want to work with our own first and foremost. These are our undergraduate, graduate students, alumni who are doing fantastic work. Now, this is not to say Akhuwat and all these other great organizations who are doing fantastic work. Some are giving loans, some are giving money, some are doing other things. they should obviously continue that on, and we will support them too. So we have 3 baskets. We have one for students, we have one for staff, and we have one for community at large. And the donor can decide where they want the money to go. So someone might say, I want my money to go to the students and for the ones who are on scholarship. They can do that. So the way our committee, which has been formed now, we have about a dozen people on this committee, faculty, students, staff, alumni, everyone is on this committee, and they are all deciding who are the ones in need right now that we give the first tranche to. So ये 13 million जो हैं, एक हफ्ते में सबको दे देंगे. फिर जितने आएंगे देते जाएंगे इसी तरह. अब organizations हैं, I mean, you know, everyone is asking organizations, but as I said earlier on, we will take advantage of our networks and ask them and remind them that this is an exercise of resource allocation as well. How are we going to allocate the scarcest resources that we have right now to the ones who are in need? Not just to survive, but to sustain and reskill and retool and reposition themselves so they are stronger than they were before. So this is a very, very big imperative for educational institutions. And here, all students are teachers and all teachers are students. I think that is the humility that we need as we move forward to learn from each other about successes and challenges that we all face, because we're all in it together, and there's no denying that.
And hopefully, you know, in the days to come, humanity together will unlearn the term greed, hopefully. And I remember studying it in college, where, you know, it says nature provides enough for every man's need, but not enough for every man's greed. And hopefully, you know, the greed will be in check. One last question, first from Huzaifa, then same question from Sarim. ये जो recent crisis हुआ है, although of course humanity has always been in crisis, in some crisis, but the COVID-19 crisis, Huzaifa, जो risk के और आपके जो long-term objectives हैं organization के, have they changed a little bit? Have you incorporated any new ideas? इसकी वजह से, you know, somebody was mentioning the other day कि acceleration हो गई है कुछ areas में. So आपकी जो organization है उसमें कोई फर्क पड़ा इस crisis से, or are you working pretty much the way you were working before?
Adil bhai, if I have to define this, हम लोगों ने जो मजे की बात है, so what we used to call it risk exchange. So what a risk exchange was, it was a multi-consortium of different stakeholders in Pakistan, which were through logistics, through food providers, farms, government partners. And we created a platform in our presentations, in our models, that we will be incorporating all of them to make a holistic solution to end hunger and then reach it to sustainability. So Alhamdulillah, what has happened is that the growth is exceptional. So people are joining in, just as you guys said. हमारी जो acceleration है वो बहुत तेजी से बदल गई. So there are a little changes जो हमने किए. So we are working of, as we were talking about, just a small mention, we were talking about communities and LUMS community. So again, we have started working with different communities in these odious circumstances. We started working with a tour community, FMA, a brilliant startup by LUMS students, FMA. They were working for tour guides in North. So ये एक ऐसी untapped audience थी जिनको हम नहीं पहुंच पा रहे थे. Through FMA, a LUMS startup, we reached out to those people. We are reaching down to entertainers through media industry. We're reaching down to hospital people through hospital industry. So amazing work. So हमारी जो community development की business model था, जो पूरा model था, the tech work था, वो इतना तेज हो गया इसके आने से. And we are glad कि we, alhamdulillah, Allah prepared us for this day. अब ये situation आई है, तो we had so much already on paper, so many things aligned. So the tech was already made, the teams are already there, the model was communicated, and we were all aligned to work towards that. तो हमारे साथ तो बस ये हुआ है कि minor changes के साथ हमने उस model को according to the situation tweak किया है, and we are on our full throttle working day and night to make sure that we reach down to the maximum people.
Excellent. Sarim, what about you? What about your organization? इस crisis की वजह से आपकी कोई structurally कुछ change किया आपने? Were you ready for this? In some ways.
Not especially ready, लेकिन इस crisis के through one of the things that has changed is the process of digitization. So जो digitization का process that is accelerated, और that as Huzaifa said कि वो जो चीजें हो रही थी, जिन processes के ऊपर हम लोग काम कर रहे थे, वो जो है accelerate हो चुके हैं. उसके अलावा जो है हमारी remote काम बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया. So there is this connectivity thing that we're working on. तो हम लोग different hubs बनाना चाह रहे हैं. So different cities के अंदर mobilize कैसे करें लोगों को when we are not actually present there. And that is something that is accelerated through this crisis. And that is accelerated throughout the world कि आप जो है physically present नहीं हो लेकिन आप digitally present हो. That is something that we're working on. उसके अलावा one of the things that has affected all of the non-profits in a way is that every non-profit is now working towards food insecurity. कि आपका अगर स्कूल भी चल रहा है तो आप जो है इर्द गिर्द के इलाकों के अंदर जो है फूड इनसिक्योरिटी का काम कर रहे हैं. आपका वोकेशनल ट्रेनिंग का इंस्टीट्यूट चल रहा है तो आप लोग इर्द गिर्द के इलाके में फूड इनसिक्योरिटी का काम कर रहे हैं. एंड इफ दिस क्राइसिस गोज ऑन तो आपकी लॉन्ग टर्म स्ट्रेटजी माइट शिफ्ट कि आप फूड इनसिक्योरिटी के ऊपर ज्यादा फोकस हो जाए. लेकिन दैट इज समथिंग दैट वी एज नॉन प्रॉफिट्स नीड टू थिंक कि एक क्लियर कोहेजन हो, एज हुज़ैफा मेंशन्ड, कि आप लोग जो है अपनी यूएसपीज के ऊपर काम करें, सस्टेनेबिलिटी के ऊपर काम करें, जो फूड सस्टेनेबिलिटी के ऊपर काम करें उन ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के साथ कोलैबोरेट करके लेट देम हैंडल द फूड इनसिक्योरिटी, मोबिलाइज योर रिसोर्सेज at where you're good at. That is something that we need to do because overall there has been a strategic shift when it comes to the non-profit sector. So वो हमें ख्याल रखना होगा.
Excellent. I have a question from Babar Khan, and I'm going to direct this to Saman, obviously. Saman, Babar wants to know what are some lessons from the LUMS EMBA Army Metro initiative? Maybe other projects can learn from this. You did mention a little bit. Tell us a little bit more about how the experience was with Metro and the Army and the distribution of ration.
The key over here, why we chose Metro and the Army, the key was that it has to be totally transparent. Like, in fact, the other day I got in touch with this flour mill and they were willing to give us flour for, I think, 400 and something for 10 kgs. But they didn't have a tax invoice. They were not willing us to, they were only willing to take cash. Now, we cannot do that. If we start doing that, we will not be able to tell people exactly where their money is going. So that was the key when we took Metro and the Army into confidence, that we knew exactly where the rations were going. And especially the distribution, we just didn't want that we just go and stand on the roadside and start distributing. The people who are hoarding rations, and we didn't know if it was getting to the right people. So it was very important that we established a proper supply chain network in such a way that it got to the right people. And we also learned, like, from everyone at LUMS. At LUMS, we saw EMBA class of 18, 19, and 20. They started a similar ration drive in Pindi and Islamabad. Then there's a designer, Sahar Atif, who's also an alumni of LUMS. She made these protective, what are they called, personal equipment for the Rangers. She made 5,000 of those. So, you know, every person of the LUMS community is chipping in. So we also wanted to do the same, but it had to be done in a very clear manner, all above board. So that was very important. That was a big learning. For us, the main issue initially was we didn't have an official account. So we had to use a personal account. I asked a banker, he said, you cannot have a joint account or a trust, first establish a society. We tried to get in touch with LUMS. LUMS said it will take a certain number of days to establish a society first. Then we wanted to know how else we can do it because we needed a tax break. But so these are all the issues that people who want to help are also facing. We are not doing it the way Zefa or Sarem are doing it in a very organized manner. We are just 3 weeks old. So we have to sort of formalize it more. And we are having issues because of that. But still, this is a time of crisis. And so we have to come together and work for a common cause.
Absolutely. You know, like I said earlier, as long as good work gets done, it doesn't matter whether it's done formally or informally or whatever. Just make sure that you keep doing all the good work. Dr. Rachid, very quickly, last question. We're out of time anyway. What would you say to those people, I would call them friends, who are right there and they're thinking कि LUMS को दें कुछ या किसी और को दे दें? What would you tell those people?
देखिए, आपको जो दिल बोलता है आप वही जरूर करें. At the end of the day, you're the one who has to feel that you've made a difference in someone's life. This is not a competition कि किसके पास ज़्यादा होंगे, who has more funds, who, you know, this is not that at all. The spirit is of collaboration. It's not one of competition. So I would just tell them what everyone has been saying here is to think beyond yourself. And if you think the money will have a multiplier, then, and if you trust, जैसे अभी समन ने बताया कि transparency is very, very important. This has to have some goal. This has to have a purpose. The fewer the intermediaries, the better. You don't want to be paying for overhead. You want the money to go right into the pocket of those who need it. So इस तरह की common sense वाली बातें होती हैं, सब समझते हैं ये. तो ये है कि participate जरूर करें और ये भूल जाएं कि आपने ज्यादा देने कम देने, बस जो भी देने मुनासिब देने. खाने के फॉर्म में है, कपड़ों के फॉर्म में है, पैसों के फॉर्म में है या सिर्फ सोच के फॉर्म में है. Everything matters today. And if I could, I would give all of my colleagues on this panel an honorary degree. I can't do that, sorry, even as VC. I cannot give you honorary PhDs, but that's the kind of work that you are doing. We're so proud of you. You have no idea. And I hope this is going to be something that we can continue to do long after the worst days are over. So thank you all, each one of you.
Thank you very
much. And also, many other friends who are doing really good work and we don't know it yet. They're also worthy of praise. Thank you so much, Dr. Arshad, Huzaifa, Saman, and Sarim. Dr. Faisal has gone already. Thank you so much for such a wonderful, insightful discussion. Inspiring for me, certainly, and I'm sure it's inspiring for people who are watching. And those of you who will watch this later on, let me remind you the website lums.edu.pk/lums-covid-19-campaign. So that's a fantastic campaign that LUMS has launched. So please contribute. So one more time, thank you so much and stay safe and keep doing all the good work.
Thank you, Adib. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Khuda Hafiz.